Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Skeleton Key Tarot and this is a tarot card reading for Aries. All Aries placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, wherever you've got Aries in your chart or in your life, there's something in this message for you. So let's begin. And as always, cross watchers are welcome here too. The Knight of Cups came out. Romance, love, dreams of faraway places. Oh, you know what? I might not be wrong about that. There's a lot of water here. It's all water. The Hanged Man is water. All water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The Death card is Scorpio. The Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups, more Cancer energy. Venus in Cancer. All right, so a romantic relationship transforms. Something is released. Evolution is a process of elimination. Big changes in our love relationship. Big changes in our relationship. New love, true love, soulmate feelings. Passions are rising. There's this intense connection, possibly with a Scorpio or a fellow water sign. Or this could be something in your chart. Nights are all about taking action. Somebody is taking action based on how they feel. They realize what they have to do. They realize they can't resist a situation. They're letting go of their inhibitions. To move forward in this love relationship, it's important to let go of certain inhibitions or certain energies that are holding oneself back. Somebody's feeling held back, feeling tied up, need to make a change, want to make a change in order to meet somebody on a similar level, to give and receive love. It's important to love yourself first. The more you love yourself, the more attractive you are to others, because you will embody all of the qualities of an attractive, positive person, a good influence on yourself. People want to be around you more. Okay, there could be a Virgo or a Pisces, Leo, and there's Aries, Sun in Aries. I think you can expect communication soon with the Magician and the Eight of Wands. Some kind of a message incoming. I think it's important for you to take a break. To find a compromise. There's some confusion here. It may be intentional, muddying the waters. Somebody intentionally causing confusion. A compromise between the sun and the moon. Wow, look at this, huh? So you've got the Four of Swords. You've got 9 and 18. You've got 4 and 19. It's like a compromise between Aries and Virgo. A compromise between Aries, Sun, Virgo, Moon. These are very different energies. In some ways, very opposite of one another. The Hermit is very introverted. The Emperor is very extroverted. The Moon has its eyes closed, focused inward. Even the Hermit and the Moon's faces, they're both looking down in the same direction, inward. And the Sun and the Emperor's faces are looking straight forward, right at you, eyes open. Interesting. If you've been single, spending a lot of time alone, introspection, taking this inward journey, this path through your own psychological development, resting, healing, praying, meditating, going to therapy, Jupiter in Libra type of energy, finding a common ground between these two energies. You're coming out of this introverted, alone, sleepy, restful, meditative, introverted, hermit mode energy, and it's like you're waking up. And the sun comes up and you have this awakening. You become aware of the light as the sun comes through the window. And you open your eyes and now you see things clearly. Now you are awake and in control. Perhaps there was something hidden from you. You learned what it is. You took a step back. Eyes wide open. You see the whole picture. Almost like a love that went nowhere. A love that went nowhere is being released so that you can wake up from whatever this was, this sleep you were in, this like a sleepwalker. I feel sleepwalker. Now you're going to wake up and everything's changing. Everything's going to be different. You wake up to this new love, this new partnership in love. Letting go of what's not working. Figuring out your own insecurities and your own inhibitions, self-sabotaging behaviors that you figure out what empowers you and what disempowering is. Like, there are certain disempowering approaches maybe to love in general. But letting go of the approaching it from a different, approaching this love, these feelings, this transformation from a different perspective. After spending some time by yourself alone in introspection, maybe even asking in prayer for guidance. Yeah, that would probably be a good idea right now, because you will get an answer if you go within and you literally sit or go for a walk or like whatever by yourself. Nothing playing on YouTube, nothing on TV, not a book, not reading anything, maybe writing. You could write this down in your notebook if you don't want to do it in your head. But that's it. You have to ask, and you can, and it works. Use your inner voice, whether you speak it in your mind, manifesting it that way, or write it on the paper, or even like talk to yourself out loud if that's what works for you. Something like that, but alone. This is not for other people. It's not for them to judge. It's not for them to even know. You know what I mean? You could even like burn the page after you write it if you need this to be super private. I feel like it is very private, actually. There is something that's very internal going on here when it comes to how you love and how you approach understand, how you like, what is your understanding of what love is, what it should be, what this romantic relationship maybe in particular or in general, what do you seek or value in a partner? What are your expectations? What it's like, I feel like somebody is doing some very intense inner work on themselves on the inside, and part of that may be soul searching, and part of that soul searching may be literally asking, what do I do inside of yourself? Like asking yourself inside, or the universe that way, through your connection, whatever it is, like, what do I do? And I think, the universe will give you answers all over the place. It'll show you things. Suddenly you will get suggestions on YouTube for maybe just the right sort of advice, because there's plenty of people giving really good advice on YouTube. Maybe some people are giving bad advice, but like, you can find relationship advice, and you can take into consideration with this Four of Swords here, it's like, and all of this, like, think about it. Does it resonate for you? Try it out. Does it work for you? You don't have to listen to one advice video and then just completely commit yourself to doing that particular piece of advice, obviously. But I just feel like you're getting advice, you're getting guidance from the universe, from experienced people. Like, how are you going to be unbothered? How are you going to be mature? What does it mean to be a good partner? It's heavy. It feels that way. It just feels like after getting some guidance, you get clarity and enlightenment on something that helps you take your power back, take control over your life. You have to change the way you think about love and eliminate. As a process of elimination, that's how you evolve. Like, evolution is a process of elimination in the Death card. Certain things are going to leave your life, your mind, your heart. Like, if you can improve or change your approach or your situation, some things will end. With the Hanged Man, death here, like Knight of Cups, it's like definitely a different change in approach to love. You can't do it the way you were doing it. It wasn't working. Something didn't work, and you realize what didn't work. And you figure it out. Like, somebody is very mature, actually, and is gaining a lot of wisdom. Like, you gain so much wisdom figuring this thing out, and it leads you to love, new opportunity for a much more fulfilling love connection, because you love yourself, you take good care of yourself, you put yourself first. And ironically, or not ironically at all, like, when you put yourself first, you become a better partner and a better person to everyone around you, because like, you are strong and independent, and everybody's trying to get through this life. It's enough to deal with yourself half the time, let alone dealing with others. So if you can be self-sufficient, you are now going to be more of an asset to whatever team or partnership you are involved in, because you bring a lot to the table. Just by taking care of yourself, you start to like be more of an asset and not a burden. And nobody wants to tell you, like, I don't know. There's a message coming in, though. There is a message. There, like I said, I think we got the Magician and Eight of Wands. You get the Eight of Wands on the bottom, and like the Page of Wands as well. So this could be a younger fire sign, somebody who's enthusiastic and optimistic, maybe a little bit immature and like a little underdeveloped or on the edges, but learning something. This is a very quick moving, spontaneous energy as well. Sagittarius energy for sure. Could be Aries or Leo. I've got Aries and Leo both here. This is also Sagittarius, though. So Mercury and Sagittarius it's like a very fast moving, very soon, very now, immediately. Like, you send a text message, somebody sends you a text message, and you receive it like immediately. Instant communication. speed of light type communication. It's not like gonna take forever to get the picture here, but I did see the Magician and the Eight of Wands earlier, so expecting communication. You will have some kind of communication from and the Fool is here too. It could be an invitation to do something kind of crazy, spontaneous. We were just saying that. Could be fun. What's going on with this? King of Swords. You got to be serious, though. You need to be serious. It could be a very serious offer. Use your intuition. Be intelligent about this. Focus on your goals. If it doesn't align with, like, your goals in general, I don't see why you should do it. The High Priestess being here. She is so independent and unbothered. The High Priestess is very powerful. She knows her own value, her own worth, her own power. She is independent. She does not rely on anybody else. She is directly connected to universal spiritual source energy in a very automatic way. She doesn't have to like meditate for 7 hours to get in touch with the universe. She just is. And she can just refer. I was getting that before. Ask within. Ask the universe. The High Priestess, she knows how to just ask the universe. She's like, hey, universe, like, is this part of my plan? And the universe is like, no. And she's like, oh, cool, thanks. And just like continues to focus on her plan, you know? And if the universe says yes, she goes, oh, cool, thanks. And she just continues to, you know, either way. It's like, that's unbothered. That's independent. So you gotta be serious and goal-oriented here as you approach this. Perhaps it could be fun. You know, it looks like it might be a really fun-loving, cool, fun energy, and you want to have fun with your life. You don't want everything to be super cold and serious all the time. Or this could be like a cold, serious person who is doing something a little bit out of character for them. Maybe even feeling a little nervous about it, because they do usually take themselves, it's like, seriously. It could be, I get Capricorn, but it's like masculine air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm getting Capricorn, though, like a serious person. He could also be a little bit bitter, though. Like, okay, watch out for his sharp side. His bitter side. Like, and this is air sign energy. Again, the Fool is air. So air, fire, somebody who, yeah, I already said it. Somebody who's really mature and very serious and strict and goal-oriented. And I think the advice is to be very serious about your goals and your work in all of this. Take a chance, okay? But follow your intuition. Listen to the guidance. Don't be stupid, like, no, that's mean. Don't be dumb, though. Don't be dumb. You'll learn something. I just think that there's a different approach you could be taking to love. And once you figure it out, it's like going to be an awakening. Your eyes will open. You will come out as if out of a slumber. You've been sleepwalking through life. And finally, it's like, I'm surprised that, oh my God. You know what I was just going to say? I'm surprised there's no Tower here or Judgment card. And look at this, the Tower. I'm dead serious. You saw how excited I got. I was just going to say I'm surprised there's no Tower here, or maybe the Judgment card. But there's your Tower. So yeah, it's like a revelation that transforms you within, on the inside. Something you learn because you studied it. Because you went out of your way to ask the universe for information. And maybe even look for it online, look for advice, look for guidance, you know. You will find it. Look at that. Look at the Judgment. What did I even say? Come on. That's unbelievable. It's all right, though. Let's get a couple of I love the tarot. I love when that happens. Let's get a couple of astrology cards for Aries, please. Yeah, different approach to love, very transformative, eliminating things that are no longer in alignment, being the best partner, showing up to this new love, like having healed yourself, having fixed yourself, your own problems, like with this wisdom of having dealt with your own inner issues, your fears, your psychology, right? And then you're enlightened because you're seeing things, you're literally seeing things in a new light. And this is a big, huge inner change that leads to healing. And it's like everything. It could be I'm not getting so much shocking and unexpected as in like negative. I'm getting like the transformation is so profound. The inner tower moment is so, it leads to healing. It leads to things leaving your life, exiting the scene of your life, like ripping out a rotten tooth from your mouth and it no longer is poisoning your blood type of good tower. You know, it hurts, maybe, could be uncomfortable, but like, this is a revelation, a shocking, maybe for some of you, it could be a shocking one, but I don't think so. I'm getting more like it's so profound that it changes you in a good way. Look at that calling. I'm getting revelation. I'm getting healing though. Like so important for you to realize this awakening to the truth, this realization of something because you let go of the way that you used to do things because it's not working. You're like, I can't do it anymore. There's nothing I can do with this. I gotta let it go. Sacrifice this, let it go, surrender, and let it happen. Let the transformation happen. And it leads you to, yeah, this beautiful love. All right. So I already repeated all of that. Let's get your astrology. Capricorn. I knew I was feeling Capricorn energy here. Ambition, realism, and methodical steps. So tapping into your Capricorn energy, if you have that in your chart, or learning from Capricorn, the example that they set when it comes to being ambitious, realistic, and methodical, and the steps that you take to get mastery on your life, get your shit together, basically, like level up. And then you got Mercury, thinking, learning, networking, and communicating. So there could be somebody with Mercury in Capricorn that's talking to you, thinking about you, or this is you thinking, wanting to talk to them. There's communication, there's networking, very business with that one too. Somebody serious and goal-oriented. Let me get a couple of Enigma cards. Serious introspection to overcome these psychological obstacles that have been holding you back. Taking a break. Getting some sleep and awakening from that slumber, right? Like awakening from that hermit mode into enlightenment and asserting yourself in that new role as the emperor, as this authority figure, as this like self-actualized person who can now show up in a new love relationship as a very strong partner because you've had this intense, profound realization and awakening. Okay, here we go. The skull. This is all about ritual. This is all about like the tools, ritual tools, like a memento. What is this? It's also about mortality. Let me get one more. I got the tooth. The skull and the tooth. We were talking about ripping that rotten tooth out of your mouth. This is about like getting to the hidden truth of a situation. Hold on, let me refer with the skull. Mortality, a relic of power, memorial, a tool, a ritual, inability to let go. Okay, I get it. You realize you have to let go. The skull represents the inability to let go. The tooth represents wisdom and intelligence and clarity. And the way that you think and the truth. Like, this is Ace of Swords. It's like the truth. So the truth is, you're having a hard time letting go, but you realize you have to. I'll just put these here, I guess. You know what? I'll put this here. Yeah. No, I liked it the first time. Okay, yeah. Sorry. Oh, I like that, though. Again, going from the dark to the light. You can even see the light in the skull's eyes. That's crazy. Maybe you realize you're not going to live forever. And that might be part of it. It's like realizing, like, oh man, I'm just like a mere mortal like everybody else on this crazy earth. Let's get a couple of tea leaf cards. See what the tea leaf has to say. That's like death and hanged man, though. Like the inability to let go, realizing you have to let go. Yeah, that's all it is. You realize you have to let go. You realize you have to be at peace within yourself. You find some peace within yourself. I feel like closure, even solace. Okay, we have the carriage. A journey, either physical or mental. Yeah, that path within yourself. That inner path on the moon card right there. That inner journey, I feel like. The yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. The dog barking, getting advice from a friend. Your spirit guides, whoever it is that you're getting advice from. What were we just talking about this whole time? You got the horseshoe, good luck, and the desk. Pay attention to your work. Okay. And then I want to get to Radiant Sun before I close this out. Profound realization that changes your whole approach. You want to pay attention to your work. There is some advice that's going to be really good for you. If you're feeling tied down or frustrated, I mean, maybe you got to let it go. And you're going on this journey. Or you want to leave, but you're feeling tied down. You got to get some advice. Good luck. Pay attention to your work. All right. We got two. The quarrel. So there's a fight. Mars and Cancer. And then you got practicality. The moon in Capricorn. Okay, yeah. So yeah, exactly. We got more Capricorn energy. Cancer is the opposite of Capricorn. But there was a lot of Cancer and water sign, Pisces energy, Scorpio here as well. So you could be fighting, but you got to be practical. You got to be down to earth about this. Be methodical about the way that you deal with this conflict. Maybe you have to let it go. Maybe there's like, it's useless, it's not necessary. You're fighting over something petty. Maybe. Maybe you realize you have to let it go. Maybe you realize there's trouble because the way that you approach the situation, you're not helping yourself. You're hindering yourself somehow. And you have to stop it. But you also need to be very practical and focus and pay attention on your work. Think about how you can be more like Capricorn, or what? Like, learn from Capricorn. Are you learning something? Is your friend? The advice from a friend might be from somebody like a Capricorn who's very serious, very goal-oriented, ambitious, and down to earth, very earth sign energy. Somebody with a moon in Capricorn, Mercury in Capricorn is going to be a very down-to-earth person. Oh, practicality. Yeah, I remember now this figure in the background. Again, getting advice from somebody who's a really good friend or is just really intelligent and experienced and is going to tell you for real exactly what they think, and it's going to be good advice, and you listen to it and you're like, okay, and this helps you with your work. So yeah, somebody very serious could give you some good advice, and then you think about it and you take that advice. You kind of put your own self aside for a minute and you try that advice and you realize, and it's kind of profound, it actually works. And it's crazy. That's great. So it might take some work and you have to let go of the old way of seeing things, which can be hard and uncomfortable for you, but you're showing up in your own power here. The Sun and Aries, very powerful, joyful, and fulfilling when it comes to this love relationship. Empowering you to see love and light in a whole new, much better way that's going to help you overcome some inhibitions and maybe trouble, fears, something that you have to let go of in the past. This frustrating situation helps you move forward. Okay. Okay, that's what I've got for you today, Aries. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was of service to you. If you'd like a personal reading, please email me. My email is in the description box below. But in any case, I want to say thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.